In the guitar world, sustainability is often a word that we don't tend to talk about when we talk about our favorite brands, but maybe this is a conversation we should start to have. Maybe our favorite products could be more sustainable and friendlier on the environment. Today we're going to be checking out a brand new company from the UK who do that at the heart of everything they do. This is the Lavaredo from Green Bear Pedals. Green Bear Pedals, for anyone who's never heard of the brand before, are a brand new UK-based brand from the Surrey region of England. At the heart of everything these guys do is sustainability. So every single pedal that comes from Green Bear is built to order from scratch. All the components inside are surplus components, and he goes out of his way to basically source everything as sustainably as he possibly can. Even the packaging that it comes in and instruction manual are printed on recycled paper. So sustainability is a very big factor in what these guys, or one guy I should say, are doing. Most of the components that Green Bear are using are sourced in the UK as local as possible, and they're often surplus components. So this means he's not ordering parts in and raking up air miles. He's buying them as locally as he possibly can. All the PCBs inside are also made to order from a very small PCB manufacturer in Europe. So that means the impact of sourcing the components for these pedals is very, very minimal on the environment. Just before we dig into the pedal a little bit more, I just want to let you guys know this is a sponsored video. So Green Bear are paying me to make this video. I'm not keeping the pedal. This is just here on loan for a few days. But I'm having so much fun with this thing that I do anticipate that I'm probably going to end up adding one of these to my collection at some point as well. And hopefully by the end of the video, you guys will enjoy the tones of this thing so much that you'll agree with me. So the Lavaredo is an octave up fuzz. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I do have a soft spot for octave fuzz. This is a particularly fun one. So the layout is actually very, very simple. We've only got 3 control knobs. We've got tone, level in the middle, and drive. And we've got 2 different foot switches. So it's pretty self-explanatory what it does. We've got the tone control. This works as a sort of low pass stage, a passive low pass he refers to it as. So when you go from anti-clockwise to clockwise, you're shifting the frequency sweep from 700 hertz to 50,000 hertz. So when this is up full, it's pretty bright. You can get some real screaming fuzz tones. And then if you turn it down, you can just darken it up. And obviously you can sit that somewhere in the middle to taste. The volume in the middle is obviously just the output volume. This is interchangeable with the gain control. As you'll know from most fuzz and octave fuzz type circuits, those two things interact very well. So when you play about with one, it impacts the other. We've got the bypass switch and a boost switch. Now this is where the pedal gets really fun. So the bypass switch obviously just turns it on and off, and the boost switch adds an additional gain stage. So in the middle, we've got two LEDs. The red LED tells you when the pedal's on, and then when we kick in the second gain stage, the green LED comes on. The second gain stage is just more gain, more drive, more volume, more everything. So you could use this as an additional boost on top of your existing octave fuzz tone. As far as the ins and outs of the pedal, it's all pretty standard. We've got 1/4" jacks on the top, and it runs off a standard 2.1mm center negative Boss style adapter. So all of your regular 9-volt power supplies will be able to power this pedal without any problem. It also looks really cool too. The green and yellow finish is very, very eye-catching, and I think on a pedal board, this thing would definitely stand out. So you never struggle to find this thing even on a dark stage. I love the color scheme of it. It's very, very eye-catching. All right, so now let's get this thing plugged in and hear some tones. The guitar I'm using in this video is my Schecter Nick Johnston Traditional, which is a triple single coil S-type guitar. This is plugged into the Blackstar Studio 10 6R6, which is going via the 2-notes torpedo cap to X, and the reverb you're hearing is coming from the Surfy Industries Surfy Bear Classic. I've got the Lavaredo going straight into the amp via the Analogman King of Tone, which I'll switch on later on in the video. But for now, we'll just start off with some clean tones. So the amp is set completely clean, like so. So I've got the Lavaredo going straight into the front of that. So right now, everything is straight up at midnight. So I'm just going to kick this on and play for a little bit. So I'm on the neck pickup of the guitar, but I'll probably be switching pickup configurations as we go along as well. So straight away we can hear this is definitely a vintage vibed octave fuzz. Even just with that little bit of play in there, it takes you straight into that sound. So I'm just going to play a bit more because I'm a big fan of this kind of tone. So anyone who has dug into the world of Octave Fuzz will know that one thing Octave Fuzz pedals don't do well is chords, especially complex chord voicings. You can probably get away with playing some power chords. But once you go beyond playing just a root and a fifth, it can get a little bit ring modulator-esque, but that's part of the fun with an Octave Fuzz anyway. So I'm just going to go back to midnight now, and I'm going to show you the difference between the low gain mode, which is the red light on, and the high gain mode, which is when that green LED is engaged. So there's a big jump in volume and available gain here. So the high gain mode is where you're going to live if you want to get a little bit crazier. So I'm going to play a bit more now with the high gain mode, and we'll see where that takes us. So that's a lot of fun. I really, really like Octave Fuzz tones. Like I've always said, it's one of my favorite sounds. With the gain on full, it sounds really cool on the neck pickup when you roll it back to maybe just 3 or 4. You can get that ring modulator thing very, very quickly at those low volumes, especially when you play multiple notes. So there's a ton of great sounds to be had with the Lavaredo. That's just the pedal on its own. Now I've turned on the Analogman King of Tone. I've got just the high gain side on, and it sounds like this. So obviously it's not super high gain, but there's a little bit of punch there. Now we're going to feed the Lavaredo into the front of that. So I'm going to start with everything on the Lavaredo back at midnight on the low gain side into the King of Tone. So there's a ton of great retro fuzz tones in this thing. I love the Lavaredo. It's the first time I've played anything from Green Bear. They're a brand new brand for me to be working with and getting to know. And I'm very, very impressed with the stuff they're putting out. I really, really like the fact that all the pedals are very sustainable and eco-friendly as well. For me personally, that is a very big bonus point for them. So there's going to be some links down below in the description for the Green Bear socials and website. So go give those guys some love because they're doing some really cool stuff at the moment. And let me know what you guys think about this pedal in the comments. As you know, I'm a big fan of Octave Fuzz, but what do you guys think about a sustainable, eco-friendly pedal company making a really cool Octave Fuzz? Let me know what you think. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.